Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. What is up, everybody? Here for the latest RTB Podcast. What's up, everybody? There's so much bullshit to get through today. So much bullshit. So let's cut right to the chase. Let's start with this one first. Activision. What the fuck is the first thing that comes to mind? The new Activision game that's coming out, they call it. I forgot what it's called already, but it's gotten like over 1 million thumbs down. It looks so half-assed. It doesn't even look next gen. Like, I don't know, the Call of Duty franchise lately has been going just up and down, in my opinion. For example, like, with with the franchise in general, I've been a fan of it since the PS2 debut of Call of Duty Finest Hour on the PS2. I've been a fan ever since. And of course the next one I played was Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And man, that really changed the gaming landscape. Granted, unfortunately I didn't play the sequel, but I know how well that one did. And the third one, in Modern Warfare, it wasn't as good as the first two, but it was still a good game to cap off the trilogy, as they say. And even the Black Ops games were really good. I love the Black Ops games. They were all fantastic. Even the recent one, which I don't know why people don't like, but I still like that. Though I wish they would have kept it in the past, like they did with the last two. But other than that, it was a fine game. But then with the down parts, when it comes with games like Call of Duty Ghost or Advanced Warfare, which the first like next gen one that came out after Ghost, those seem like just in my opinion, just kind of throwaway games. Well, they weren't the worst, but you can tell they're gonna be the black sheep of the series. And then, in my opinion, Black Ops 3, they finally got back up to try new things, and they try new things and stuff, and I thought it was really, really cool. But then they do this, and then they come up with this new Call of Duty game that doesn't look or feel next gen like in comparison to Black Ops 3 or even Advanced Warfare, the one before it. It doesn't feel or even look next gen, and it got so many million thumbs down. And I think the reason why, mostly why people are thumbs down in the video, is because they announced, people wanting a remastered version of Modern Warfare 4, which is a classic, and they're finally doing it. They finally, it finally answered the Call of Duty fans' prayers. They're doing a remastered of the Modern Warfare 4, and people are excited. They're happy. But then that happiness quickly went to sadness / anger when they found out, that not so looking good Call of Duty game is bundled with the game that you want. So if you want to get the remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, you have to get a newest Call of Duty game. And that's and that's the only way you can get it. And you know how much people have to pay to get both games? $80 fucking dollars, man. $80 fucking dollars. I mean, don't get me wrong. In a way, it sounds good because you're paying $60 for one and this $20 for the remastered. But people don't want the other Call of Duty game; they want the remastered. It is so bad that even the Battlefield devs, which just revealed Battlefield 1, which now they're not even going forward. They're going back into the past now. Looks, I haven't seen the trailer, but based on what I've been told, it looks it's unlike this new Call of Duty game. It looks and feels next gen, and even the devs that worked on that developed Battlefield 1 are even dogging out the Call of Duty developers. Like, this game would look great 6 years ago, or just talking just mad shit. Is insane. If you want to find more details on it, like what was said, go to their Twitter or go to Rich from Review Tech USA, because he talks about he even talks about and says what all the things they said to the Call of Duty developer. It's a regular shit show. The game the game doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that good, and and people, and people are being forced to buy that game so that way they can play Modern Warfare 4. In my opinion, that's fucked up. Come on, Call of Duty, give it to where both people, give it to where everyone wins. In my opinion, they want to play their cards right. Release it in August. Release the game in August, late summer, and that way, so it's by September, October, November. I'm pretty sure people can buy your next game. Saving up for 3 months. Gotta give yourself a space in between, or release it sooner. Like maybe next month, maybe to give yourself more time. Because that being the only way to get it is stupid. And considering the fact that the other game doesn't look as good and looks garbo in comparison to Battlefield 1, that's not smart. That's not smart, at all, in my opinion. And this is a terrible decision. I hope they reverse it because people are angry. And obviously so, because you're dangling a carrot. It was oh yeah, you want this, but you gotta buy this shit too. It's let's say God forbid, but let's say they finally come out with a Half-Life 3, right? They finally come out, but it seems if you want to buy Half-Life 3, it's bundled with Ride to Hell, Road to Redemption Part 2. And the game's not any better. It's the same game, it may be even worse, but that's the only way you can get it bundled in that pack, and also costs $80. Do you know how angry and upset the internet would be if that was the case? It would be a fucking free-for-all. So that's, so ultimately they call Activision. If you're somehow seeing this again, I highly doubt it. I'm a small fry, and I'm a small fish in a huge pond in terms of YouTube. But fix it. Have it to where you can get that game either physically or digitally separately, because then because yes, there are going to be those people, unfortunately, that are going to buy the game so the way they can get Modern Warfare 4. But there'll be people like me that's not going to buy it and wait till a price drop. Maybe $20 or so. Because I was like, ooh, they released Modern Warfare 4, that's cool. But I gotta buy this other Call of Duty game and it doesn't look as good as the last one. Like a step backwards. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. So my thoughts on that in general, Activision, get your shit together, because this is not a smart business decision. And this might be the worst selling Call of Duty franchise, the worst selling in the franchise, and it might hurt your bottom line, and it might even hurt your reputation. So in my opinion, change things quick, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be like Ubisoft and lose, or Capcom and lose tons of money because of dumb decisions. Because look where they're at. So you don't want to be like them. So I changed that shit quick. All right, and on to the next news, which is Floyd Mayweather is a fucking liar. There was an update, because remember back in the last podcast, there was rumors that Conor and Mayweather might fight. They're not deciding. They're not knowing whether it's gonna be in a boxing ring or in a UFC ring. Then I heard it might be in a boxing ring. Then finally it broke that it was bullshit and none of it's real. It's all fabricated from, you guessed it, Floyd fucking Mayweather. So I'm like, and my initial thought is why is he doing this? And if you want to ask my opinion, to get some kind of relevancy, to get people talking about him again, because he thought for so many years that he was the shit, the bee's knees, the man to beat, to be the man. And now people, so that he's a good boxer, but not really a great boxer. He's a piece of shit of a person / human being, and he's not all that great as he makes himself out to be. People see through the bullshit. I saw through that bullshit a long time ago, and I mean, it barely than ever. But now other people are like, you know what? Yeah, we see the same thing you're seeing. He is a big piece of shit, and see through his persona bullshit. Because let me tell you something. He swears that his name, he puts money, he draws revenue. His last fight was the worst selling, it was the lowest pay-per-view fight he's had in his career. I heard rumors that they had to practically, it was just Mayweather versus Berto, if you're wondering what his last fight was. It was so bad, I heard, that the promoters had to give away tickets to fill the arena because it was like maybe less than even half sold at that point, and it was getting close to the day. They had to principally give away tickets to make it look it was sold out when actually no one wanted to see it. And pay-per-view, and in terms of pay-per-view buys, it was even almost non-existent because ever since Mayweather decided to fucking dance around like a ballerina in the Pacquiao fight, where Pacquiao came to fight, where he came to fucking dance, like I guess he thought he was fucking dancing with the stars or something. It hurt his bottom line because now in his last fight, it hurt him tremendously. It hurt him really, really bad. And even before Pacquiao, like because he moved to Showtime, normally Floyd Mayweather's crew would brag how much money and pay-per-view buys they will draw in terms of live game pay-per-view. And those last two Showtime fights I heard, they didn't reveal the numbers of the live game or pay-per-view buys because I heard it was because as rumors are it was really fucking bad. And this and with the Andre Berto fight was probably the worst of that because people finally waited for this fight to finally happen only for one fighter to come to fight while the other came to dance, and thus people being upset. So when he had his next fight, people punished him by simply just not seeing it. Hell, I think Pacquiao and Andre and Pacquiao's last fight sold more than Mayweather's fight, so that says something. So, all in all, Mayweather, you have money, you have millions, if not billions of dollars. Get a life, bro. Making up shit like this is not gonna make you relevant. It's gonna make you irrelevant, even more so. Because then when you finally do come up with something that is true, people are not gonna fucking believe you until you show proof. Because you're not the shit. You're not the best boxer in the world. You're not. I don't care what I don't care what people say. Or I know there's people in your camp that are yes men, sucking your dick, blowing smoke up your ass, whispering you sweet nothings, as they say. But at the end of the day, you're just a boxer that knew when to fight people. Because if you would have fought Pacquiao in his prime, your ass would have got knocked out. If you would have fought Oscar in his prime, your ass would have got knocked out. If you would have fought certain boxers at their prime, or when they're in their prime, or when they were finally went properly pro, because he fought fighters that were young or still inexperienced. If he would have fought them now, he get his ass knocked out. He knows how to pick and choose his fights. But even on all that shit, there was 3 fights he lost. I know he lost to a Spanish boxer, I forget his name. He lost at least they fought twice, but a lot of people thought he lost the first time, which I'm pretty sure in the comment section below you can tell me guys who he is. I felt he lost. A lot of people in my opinion also felt he lost the Oscar De La Hoya fight, and I'm one of them. He lost that fight, and he lost the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight. And in fact, if you don't believe me, go to bjpen.com. They recorded They recorded the own compy box. They recorded all the hits that were landed, and they tallied the numbers. And then Pacquiao edged out Mayweather, and he won that fight. So Pacquiao should have won by decision. I think it was split, but the point is he was supposed to win that fight, not lose, win. Check it out for yourself. Go to bjpen.com. They put a video of when all the punches landed, and they put all the stats together, and they show you how many punches Pacquiao land and Mayweather land. And Pacquiao landed a lot more, so Pacquiao should have won that fight. He got robbed. So Mayweather, you have lots of money. Get a life, bro, because you're not the bee's knees anymore. You're irrelevant. Go get a life. You have the money. Buy one if you have to, because people finally see you're a big piece of shit, and no one gives a damn about you. Move on. Okay. Last but not least, I just got this not that long ago, and I'm freaking out, guys. I'm freaking the fuck out. It turns out Zuffa Entertainment is selling UFC between $3 to $4 billion. And it just broke. I don't know the details of this shit. It just broke. It's still fresh. All I'm going to say is, WTF. What the fuck? What is going on? And why are they selling it? They just got the New York market. The one they've been fighting for years, they finally got the New York market. One of their fights is going to be in Madison Square Garden. Why now are you selling the company? You got all legal. You got legalized in all 50 states. When Conor McGregor was, when you guys had him, we're breaking mad records. Even broke the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight pay-per-view buy records. Hell, even the recent Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz fight broke the record that they broke previously. They broke so many records. It's insane. They're making like bajillion millions of dollars. And now it's like, and now they're selling the company. Why? Why are you guys selling the company when you're at the heights of the company? You're at the height. You guys are making mad money through sponsorships, through pay-per-view buys, through brand deals. You got fights that are drawing you millions of dollars. My God, why are you selling it? It's ridiculous. Why are you selling it now? And now I'm scared because I think now the golden age of this, I think this might be the end of the golden age of MMA, aka UFC, because here's the thing. If they all right, we're going to sell it to you, but you got to keep it as is, structured how it is, then I'll still be a little bit sad that Zuffa's not be under the umbrella anymore, but, I would feel that, I know as long as they keep it that way, it'll be safe. But they're selling it like once you buy it, you can do what you want with it. Oh fucking shit! Because then all the things that make UFC special is gonna be gone. No longer promoting. I'm a friend of mine. No longer promote the undercard. Discover the next talent for you. Discover the future talents of UFC. The Ultimate Fighter show might get canceled. Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg, and Bruce Buffer might all get fired. You know what I'm saying? Lord knows, might get fired, and they might just want to be like boxing, bring in multiple belts, bring in multiple belts, just promote the main event, do all this crooked backdoor bullshit that UFC / MMA does not need, and we fought so hard. We're at the point now we're killing boxing, and we're killing WWE, aka pro wrestling, in terms of pay-per-view buys and LiveGate. We're killing them. And to bow out of the market now. There were times we were doing far, far worse than this. They're at their best at this point. And then now for them to sell it? And now there's people there's front runners, several billionaires that are very interested in buying it. And I'm afraid that if UFC is like, if you buy it, you can do whatever you want with it. Oh my God. And I thought they had successors. They're saying there were successors. So when they die, they can take over the company. Also, Dana White might be out of a job. Like I said, guys, I don't know what's going on. It's still fresh. It just broke. I know as much as you do. And in my opinion, this is terrible, terrible news. There's several live gates. There's several live events, both professional and regional. And now it just seemed like it might go the route of boxing. And I don't want to go the route of boxing. Look where boxing is at now. What stars are left? What's that? Nobody? Exactly, because they're not probably... All they're focusing on is the main event. They're not promoting the undercard. Andre Burroughs' last fight, he won his match. There was a few undercard fights that were really good. In fact, one of them ended by knockout. And he beat a good boxer, but you won't hear who that guy is unless he's fighting for a title. At least with UFC, they'll interview the guy. They'll talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And even undercard fights get paid, maybe not as good as the main event for people, but they get paid decent amounts of money. But here, it's like, and boxing is bad. Oh God, this is terrible, guys. Honestly, this is some terrible news. It just broke, and oh God. I'm a huge... I've talked about it in the past. I reviewed UFC games. I talked about it in my past podcast, how much of a fan I am of the sport. If I haven't, I'm a huge fan of the sport. Ever since Liddell Couture 3, Liddell Couture 3 got me interested, and then what got me hooked was USA versus Canada, and I've been a fan ever since, watching religiously UFC events, going there live, going to Fathom events in the theater. I mean, buying the action figures, buying the games, buying their clothing line, their brand line. I mean, I am a hardcore UFC fan, man. I mean, and now for them to sell it, and Lord knows what the future owner's going to do with it. It is scary. It is really scary, and I'm honestly very scared. And I hope that I know it just broke. Maybe a shock to you guys, and it shocked me too. Consider the fact they got the New York market and they're breaking records, making mad money left and right, and now they're like, oh, we're selling it now for this amount of money. I mean, granted, it shows you that's good for a company worth that much, but still to sell it now when you're at the height, I mean, I don't understand that. Please, UFC, if you had Zuffa, I mean, mostly Zuffa, if you are selling this, please put in the contract to keep it how it is. Because if you just sell it to where they can do whatever they want, they're gonna fucking. I mean, hopefully the owner does it right and keeps how it is on his own accord. But I'm afraid the owner might do whatever he wants and make it like boxing and just cesspool the fuck out of it. And ultimately that's what made me afraid. Because I don't want to be like that. I want to be how it is. That's why it's so fucking successful. That's why how I got to this point. But alright, guys. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. I will definitely do an update video as soon as I hear more. But that's what I know till now. Until then, I'll let you know if I hear anything more, and I'll definitely, like I said, I'll definitely do an update video. All right, guys. Today's podcast is kind of depressing. I apologize. It's just going on nothing really exciting like in the news, like kind of like the last one was. The last one was kind of pretty interesting. Most of it was interesting, but then the middle of it was kind of depressing. But then here is just nothing but depressing news, from Activision being greedy assholes to Mayweather lying to get more relevancy to now Zuffa wanting to sell the company. This is oh, Leo, I wish we could do something about this. All right, guys. Well, you heard my opinion on it. Please, on the comment section below, please tell me what you guys feel about this situation. I love to hear your thoughts on the matter. I want to hear what you guys think about all these topics I talked about. Please, I love to hear your thoughts. Guys, thank you for supporting my channel. And as always, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon.